Live from WFSB, Connecticut's #1 local news, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 7. Connecticut's Back to School Authority is sponsored by Yale New Haven Children's Hospital, one of the best in the nation.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Nicole Nalepa. It is 7 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. Channel 3 is your Back to School Authority, and today is the first day of classes for students in Hartford. It was supposed to be yesterday, but a ransomware attack affected the district's computer system, impacting about 18,000 students. School leaders say the problem has been fixed, though, and both in-person and online classes will start with an updated staggered class schedule. Officials still don't know who is behind the attack, but the FBI is now investigating.
We're going to do everything in our power to bring whoever did this to justice, because this is a bad thing, and I can't imagine criminals taking advantage of young kids.
There is some good news. Investigators say that it does not appear that anyone's information was stolen in the attack. We turn now to Middletown, where we're learning that most of the school district's sports will be allowed to resume this fall, all except for two. Today, cheerleading, cross country, soccer, swimming, and volleyball will resume. Football and dance will not be allowed to have competitions, but they'll still be able to practice. The CIAC will be holding meetings with the state later this week to see if maybe 7-on-7 football could be played. Moving on now to Summers, where we're learning that classes at the town's elementary school have been canceled today and tomorrow after a staff member tested positive for COVID-19. Now, over the next 2 days, the school will be cleaned thoroughly and contact tracing will be done. Students are expected to return on Friday. Again, this is only impacting Summers Elementary School. All other schools will be opening today. Governor Ned Lamont updated the state's travel advisory list. Delaware, Maryland, Ohio, and West Virginia have all been added to it, while we saw Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands taken off. Those traveling to Connecticut from 34 different states and Guam must quarantine for 14 days when they get here. You can find more details on that complete list right on the Channel 3 app. And now this morning, lawmakers want new rules when it comes to the way utility companies respond in emergency situations here in Connecticut. Yesterday, the Energy and Technology Committee held its second public hearing. Lawmakers are proposing a bill that includes more accountability and reimbursement to customers if they're without power for more than 72 hours. We heard from the CEO of Eversource during the hearing, and he said he supports setting rates based on performance, but making a restoration deadlines law would lead to massive costs to the customers. Lawmakers hope to vote on the bill in a special session this month. Turning now to Campaign 2020. The House Oversight Committee is launching an investigation into Postmaster General Louis DeJoy over campaign finance allegations. DeJoy is a Trump megadonor who previously ran a company called New Breed Logistics. Now, according to the Washington Post, former employees say they were pressured to donate to Republican candidates and were then reimbursed through bonuses. Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney, who chairs the Oversight Committee, says if these allegations are in fact true, DeJoy could face criminal exposure.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. The temperature is 70 degrees in Bridgeport. It's supposed to be 55. Take a look at the normals. This is our almanac page. Typical overnight low 55, normal high 77. We are way above that this morning, and we're going to be above that in terms of our afternoon highs. No records, though. 93 set back in 2015 and 38 chilly degrees set back in 1986. Woo! That's cool. All right, our Channel 3 early warning dew poll radar scanning the state dry. Good morning, everybody. Visibility has been wavering back and forth. Waterbury, you're at 3 miles. You were at 10 just about an hour ago. So you can see the fog is rolling through parts of the state, 9 miles in New Haven. So it all depends on where you are, but the fog is not horrendous this morning. We just want to let you know it is out there in parts of the state. All right, satellite and radar confirms we don't have too much going on except that cloud coverage that's with us, and that cloud coverage is going to be with us through most of the day. So we're going to call for limited sunshine. There is rain to our south, and there is rain to the north and west, and those two are going to join forces and spread some showers into the state during the day tomorrow. Some of those showers could be locally heavy. In the meantime, Waterbury, again, mostly overcast with a little bit of fog there in the distance. The temperatures, 67 at Bradley, 69 at Brainerd. It was 70 in Bridgeport. It's now 67. You guys have dropped back a little bit. 66 in New Haven, but the temperatures are all about 10 to 12 degrees above average. And notice the dew points in the 60s. rivaling those temperatures, and that means the relative humidity. It's kind of muggy out there with relative humidity hanging around 100%. So quite muggy as we move through the morning and through the day today. New London, good morning to you. Mostly overcast conditions there. There's that fog that I'm talking about on our store's iCam. So you can see that it is in parts of the state this morning, and that's why we want to budget in some extra travel time. Temperatures today should take off into the low to possibly mid 80s for inland Connecticut under partly to mostly cloudy skies. For the shoreline, we should get to about 80 degrees a little bit later on this afternoon with a mixture of clouds and sunshine. But again, more clouds than anything else. So it's cloudy and warm to start. Limited sun during the day today, and above normal temperatures continue. Here's early warning futurecast. Tomorrow's weather today. Right through 9 o'clock, those clouds are still with us. They're still with us right through 5 p.m. Some limited sunshine in between. And then tonight, there might be a sprinkle. Tomorrow morning, we wake up to mostly cloudy skies with more fog and some muggy conditions. And then this is noontime tomorrow. Some scattered showers start moving on in. Some heavy downpours expected right around 5 p.m. right through 7. Look at that. Very heavy rainfall expected in parts of the state, and there could even be some lightning and some thunder. So the Storm Prediction Center has placed us in the general risk category for some strong storms tomorrow. This is the lowest level. So we just want to give you a heads up. We're not expecting severe weather, but if anything does happen, of course, we will certainly let you know. Daytime highs today under partly to mostly cloudy skies will climb into the mid 80s for inland Connecticut, low 80s for the shoreline. And then your 7-day forecast includes 84 tomorrow, humid with showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Some could be locally heavy. Friday and Saturday look amazing. We might start the day off on Friday with a little bit of cloud coverage, but it'll get more amazing as the day wears on. Saturday looks great. Sunday, a chance for showers and thunderstorms, and then Monday and Tuesday, back to the nicer autumn-like weather. That's a check of your early warning forecast. I'm meteorologist Scot Haney, hoping you all have a great and safe day. Nicole, back to you.
All right, thanks, Scott. We're following some breaking news from overnight, where we're learning a rare 3.1 earthquake was reported around 2 a.m. right near Freehold, New Jersey. And we're hearing that some people could feel it in parts of New York City and even southwestern Connecticut. No reports of any damage, though. And now out west in Fresno, California, 3 firefighters are in the hospital this morning after battling the Dolan fire. One firefighter we've learned is in critical condition. Meanwhile, thousands of firefighters continue to battle dozens of wildfires that are still raging out west. Channel 3's Danya Backus is in Fresno County now with more on this historic fire season.
Mary Breckenridge welcomed her son and his dog Banner with open arms.
It was pretty nasty. It was smoky up there. We didn't know what was going to happen.
They were rescued by a CAL FIRE helicopter after being trapped by the creek fire for 3 days.
You know, my cabin is probably on fire, our cabin. But this is what's important.
The choppers brought at least 120 people to safety yesterday.
The pilots have been challenged by visibility most of all. The smoke has been very thick.
Near Big Sur, 3 firefighters battling the Dolan fire were injured when they were overrun by flames.
There were firefighters that deployed fire shelters last night in that area. And so when you deploy a fire shelter, that's kind of a last chance for survival. So you take the fire shelter out of your pack and you crawl into it.
A record 2.3 million acres have burned here in California, with more than a month still left in the peak wildfire season. And it's not just here. Fires are burning at an alarming rate across the western United States.
More acres burned yesterday than in 12 of the last entire fire seasons in the state of Washington.
Officials in Washington say 58 new wildfires started in a 24-hour period.
The fireball was coming through this tree line here.
And terrifying images out of Oregon. Embers raining down in Clackamas County and in Mill City. One local official calling this a firestorm. Danya Backus, CBS News.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News on this Wednesday morning. Remember, you can get any news and weather updates anytime on the Channel 3 app. Have a great day, everyone.